はい。初公開です。
The first time to show. First time to show here.
初実機プレイということで。
そうですね、世界初ですね。
The first time in the world. In the world.
これ
Yes.
同時通訳で海外の方も
And
出
we
て
do
る。
have the simultaneous interpretation too. So
いや、雲やっぱいいですね。
look at the clouds.
そうですね。このやっぱり明暗の表現っていうのが
So the expression of the nature is quite important.
なんですかね、力入れ
Thank
て
you for notice.
してます。
We actually made a much people to do so.
巡ってみましょうか。
And let's go to
でき
different
る時間
towns.
が許す限り。
はい。
As time allows for us, let's choose the where do you
いや
want
でも
to go?
先ほどちょっと言ってたな、
For
獣人ですね。
example, the basement
獣
village.
人。はい。
はい。
いるとこをちょっと見ていいしましょうか。ケノモ。わかりやすい。
Alright, so the village name is called Kenomo.
いいですね。やっぱここら辺がね、早いんですよね。
Isn't this nice? Because you can travel to a different town or village instantaneously.
ストレスないんですよ。
Yes, that's true, because then that's stress-free.
の村と言いつつ、なんか人間も住んでるところが
So
まず
it's a village where the wild ones live, but you also have regular people living there as well.
なんとこんな感じで獣人がいるんです
So it
ね。
looks like this, and then you come across the wild ones.
干し肉がうまいぞとか結構
They're saying lines like, "We love dry meat."
耳が、はい、耳が、はい、ついてます
You
ね。
can see their ears sticking out of their heads, right? And they live in these
村の
houses.
中でちょっと
This
2
is
つの
what
種
their
族が
village looks
そうなん
like.
ですよ。共存しているというか。
So two races are living side by side on this island.
そうですよ、そんなことしてたら。
これでっか
I
い
have a feeling trouble is going to ensue between these people.
喋れますね。
So you can speak to this lion-like statue. It looks like a
海見て
statue.
ますけど。
海見てますね。
That lion was staring into the ocean.
紹介するときに撮っときましょう。
そうですね。
気になるな。
So I'm sure you're curious, but we'll leave it at that.
まあ上下の移動とかすごい別にここ
You can see that they can
なかったんですよ
climb up ladders.
はい。
So this game introduces the element of elevation in height and depth.
木の上の街。
I
あと
see.
獣人はあれなんですよ。
Now,
お金でやり取りで
these
きないから
wild
腰肉じゃ
ones,
ない
you
とやり取り
can
できないと。
interact with them, but you need dry meat
はい。
to barter. I see. So that's their
この
currency.
辺りのまあ世界観、はいはいはい。ところも前作にはな
So,
かった。前作は
taking a step deeper into the worldview, because the last game was more the medieval times, and now this is a very different world.
世界観結構バラバラでしたよね。そうですね。
ね
I think
今回は
the characters,
海を隔てた2つの大陸を舞台としている
they
ので
represent a very vast world, and the ocean in this world divides the world into two continents, west and east. And then now some time has passed, and you can see the sun is setting. Right, so natural time progression will show a change into evening, sometimes automatically into sunset or dawn, and that will further the enjoyment of your gameplay. So let's move on to a different place. There are so many locations. Are you sure you want to show us this far? We're just in the beginning of the game, right? Okay, moving on to the next place, which is called Oars Rush. Now, listening to the music, isn't it seamless? It's really emotional, isn't it? Right, thank you so much for that. This is sort of like a town in the Wild West with the pirating spirit very much alive, with mines, sort of like the Gold Rush. And we've developed the interior of the shops and stores meticulously. So you can see with more height and depth and more interior of the locations in the shops, something that we want you to focus on as well. Okay, so between night and day, this is how it will change. You can see that the music has livened up. It's more bright. Very different music. Correct. It's drastically different. I think this was a type of music that we didn't hear in the previous game. Right. So it's the Wild West, pioneer sort of music. I didn't want to make the music repetitious from the previous game, and I wanted to explore different genres. And the music also changes into the night as well. From the bustling kind of music in the daytime, it changes into a more calm and relaxed, mellow sort of music. Wow. Even now, the music changed, right? It's all very seamless and smooth. So I'm sure you compose a lot of music for all of the villages and towns, right? Yes, yes. You saw all of the locations on the world map. We needed music for all of these places, right? And for both day and night. Seems like they were trying to kill me. No, no, no. It really was a pleasure working on this game because I was tested in my composer skills and showing that difference between night and day, but also connecting them seamlessly. That was a challenge. So you've taken your inspiration from real life? Well, just as an example, say it's sort of like a same snowbound region as this previous genre. I did want to make it the same. I placed a focus and significance on the scenario of the main character, and I wanted to show different aspects of snow, even if it was sort of like the same kind of snowbound village, and taking into account the starting points and the origins of the characters and where they're coming from, and their individual journeys and stories. Alright, so you weren't basing it off of the real world, but more really working off of your imagination of Solistia. Correct. Now, we jumped over to the next location, the next town. And you can also move around in canoes and these ships as well, and you can embark on a vast journey over the ocean. Isn't that amazing? So that means we're going to embark on these ships, right? Maybe. It's very detailed, very intricately made. Right, and looking at all those details is another thing we'd like you to enjoy. In this sort of city, which is having a very urban taste, I don't think this kind of city existed in the previous game. Very beautiful, isn't it? And here too, the soundtrack changes between night and day. It's very moody. It has a feeling to it. It's a little bit jazzy, isn't it? This genre didn't exist in the first game. And it's sort of like you want to hold a glass of wine in one hand and enjoy the music here. Right? And in comparison, the daytime music, it's more up-tempo. It's more energetic. Right. It's great switch over between night and day. And just enjoying that, I think you can spend an entire day. Right. So let's take a look at the path actions and see what you can do. Okay, let's do that for sure. You can duel the townspeople, like in the last game, but Hikari, if you win the duel, you can obtain the other person's skills. I see. And that will compel you to talk to many different people in the game. And he's a warrior, so he can use his sword and spear. But now he can obtain the skill of exploring using like a dagger. And this is the first time we're revealing the battle music. Let's listen to this for a moment. You can see the abilities that are showing on the screen.
今回はそこ
This is a strong
装
opponent.
備してる武器によって武器のグラフィックも変わりますよ。
Depending on the weapons that you have equipped, the graphics will change as well. Okay, and the latent power, I think we're seeing a glimpse of that as well, right?
出ちゃってますよ。気づいちゃった。これ。さあブレイク。これが気持ちいいですよね。
Correct, and that's the break.
またこうダイナミックなそうですね。
Very dynamic, isn't it?
でこうやって勝つ
ブーストすると。はい。
And then you saw the boost.
さあこれで人を倒すと。
All
これ
right,
で覚えることができるん
and
で、
then
クリオ。
はい。
ends up in
これで何件も技を
him
剣士が使えるというか光が使えるようにな
obtaining
ったり
his skill using a
こ
dagger,
れでいつでも使える。
so he can use that weapon whenever he wants to. So it's sort of like customizing in your very own way as you progress in the story.
このアグネアの誘惑っていうところでセッションって書いてあ
Now,
るんですけ
with
ど、
Agnia's
今回その誘惑
allure and
してる人がいる状態
seduction,
で
her
バトルに
path
入
action,
ってなんか
she can allure others to join the party, and in battle, the townspeople will play instruments to sort of help boost her power. So I wanted to show that to you a little bit.
でこれとかが祭り節なんで
では戦うだけだったんですけど。
So previously it was just a simple battle, but when she dances, the other people that she brought along will play instruments. Okay, so speaking with Takahashi-san, what we wanted to do was, because she's a dancer, we wanted to develop her story and do something with that, with the other dance people and in the battles. Alright, so this is a good opportunity for us to explain a little bit more for the nighttime.
で夜になると今度は、前回商人って、まあ、今回なんですけど昼は買い取ることができるんですけど、今回お
For
金を
this route
渡して
deal,
雇うことが
we
で
are
きるよう
able
になるん
to
ですね。
purchase from him
連
at
れて行けるんですけど
daytime, but we are
これ
able
で
to
はですね
hire him at night.
商売のなんか才能みたいなものを見抜く
And
みたい
this
なところが
character is
特徴
able
としてあり
to
まして
have the acumen to find out the skill sets to purchase something in a very good way or in a discounted way. So let's go to the next one.
ゾロゾロと
And I hired, and so many people behind Hikari at this moment. How
お
many?
楽しみですね。
You'll
でこ
see
れで
that.
実は買い物をするとですね
And if I purchase here,
こう
いいですね。
You see?
おじさんがネゴシエーションの能力を
the
持って
layer
い
right
て
down,
安
you
くでき
saw
る
the
いいですね。
icon.
してくれてちょっとお
They
安く。
negotiated and then they got
例え
the
ばバトルで
discount.
使うそのなんかお金を使う技であったりとかの時にも効
And
果を
then
発揮
in
したり
terms
す
of
るものもい
the
ますし、
skill
あ
set,
と
you
は
need
物
to
を
use
売ったり
money.
する時
This
とかに
effect
より
will
高く売れ
be
たりする
coming
ような
up.
商売の才能を持ってたりする
And
人もいます。
also, there are
ここら
some
辺はや
more
っぱりさっ
skill
き高橋
sets
さんが
for
話
the
したことで、
merchandising.
結構そのやらなきゃいけないことではないんですよね。
But, this is
なん
not
か
something you
積極
need
的
to
に
do,
なん
you
か
must
NPC に関わ
do.
っていこうっていう人は
But if
そういう
you
ふうに
really
プレイして
want
もらってもいい
to
し、や
take
らなく
some
ても別に最後まで
action
クリアする
against
ことも
the
ある
NPCs
メインを
here,
単
you
純
should
に
do that.
全然
But
大
you
丈
don't
夫。
have to, in other words, you can ignore and you are able to just follow the main line because time will, pass quite fast if you just try to communicate with the
バトルちょっとやっ
NPCs.
てみましょうか。
Yep, and let's go to the
こ
battle.
こからフィールドのね曲もね。
ここの曲
Yes.
聞きましょうか。
Oh, is it a field?
毎回立ち
Yes,
止まっちゃうんです。
field.
そうですね。
So let's listen
まあ
to
本
the
当に
music.
あとはもうグラフィック本当に見てもらいたいです
Look at
ね。
the
すごく
graphic
密度高く作ったんで今回は。
High density, very detailed, very fine. So here's the battle in the field.
先制攻撃になった。
We
そう
take
です
the
ね。
first
じゃあ今
attack.
回は
はい。
さっき言ってた舞をちょっと踊ってみて。
So I want
セッ
to
ションを受けてみて
dance here to see the session from the town people. Look at that.
そう吹いてくれて、
He runs
こんな
here
風に
and then
追加
he
効果をかけてくれたりする
uses
ん
his
ですね。
instrument and he gives
先ほど
the
気に
buff
された
to
底
her.
力をちょっと今
And I
回
just
見
want
せ
to
てみましょ
show
う
the
か。
latent power
で
here too.
パルテッテ
So
ィ
what
の
is
底
it?
力は底
For
力を押
this
した瞬間にです
character,
ね、
if I
同じように
push the
BP が
latent
マック
power
スまで
here, the
一気に
BP
溜
will
まる
be
っていうところで
max.
一
Like a
気に
cap.
戦闘の幅が広がるんですね。
So it
で
gives
例えばで
us
すけどこれ
to
を
widen the
まあ
twist
まあ
of
ブーストにし
this
て
battle. So
これを
after that,
BP パサーって言って BP を人
this
に渡すんです
this capability will be passed to the Hikari in this time. Let's take a look at it.
ってなるともう光は最初からブースト
So
マッ
with
クス
that,
で技を
Hikari is able to use his special skill from the beginning because he has already obtained the power from the previous character. So without taking the time, this Hikari is able to use their special skill set.
おおすごい。
Very great.
いっそう。いやかっこ こいいな。
そうですね。
All
前回
enemies
はやっぱりなん
are
か
killed. Yes.
ブレイクしてブーストして技を叩き込むっていう
Last
ところ
time
が
we
メイン
need
だっ
to
たん
we
ですけ
needed
ど、
to
今
do
回こ
some
の底力
break
っていう
and
のが
we
入ったこ
needed
とによ
to
って
the
結構
bruise
しかもキャラクターによって
but
そこ
this
から
time
違
we
うんで、
now have the
幅が
allotment
広
power
がるし、
so
すごく
that
ドラ
we
マ
are
が生まれ
able
るんじゃ
to
ないかな
make
と。
any other
現に
options
生
to
まれてます。
give power or receive power that will generate a drama in the battle.
次のつながる戦闘になっていくってことですよね。
Maybe one battle is able to be the experience for you to have the better battle in the
これ
future.
もシー
Yes.
ムレスに。
シームレスに
And then seamless music change from day to night and from battle to field. Amazing.
あとはそうですね、戦闘でちょっとお見せしたい要素がもう一個あって、
And I do have one more element that I want to show here.
はい。
やっぱり戦闘って結構なんか繰り返しやることも多いんで、
Battle
今回
is
は
something you need to do
左下に
many
見えてるんで、
times
そうですね、ワ
continuously.
イプ消し、
And
今
could
ゲームスピ
you
ードが変えら
eliminate
れる
the
ようになって
wipe?
まし
And
て、
you can change the
意
game
外にちょっと速くすること
speed
がで
from
き
the
るようになり
left
ました。
down, double speed.
本当だ。
そうですね、サクサクと。
サクサクと。
Very fast and a good tempo to proceed the battle.
すごいガンガン
And
い
the
くんです
skill
よ。
set?
いきます。
Yes, skill set will be used in a very
いい踊りだったよ。
short time, and also you can see the tempo of this battle with the double
そう
speed.
ですね。あとはさっ
So
き
it's your
覚えた
choice.
技
Yes.
でいくつかやっぱり覚え
And
てて、や
obtained
っ
skill
ぱり
sets are
槍と
there.
剣じゃつけないよう
And
な
the
弱点
spears
とか
and
そういう
the
のをやれば
sword are
つく
not
ことが
enough
できたり
to
はい
get the break shot to the enemy sometimes. So you need to use the skill set you obtained from the town people sometimes. And here's the other skill set from the different characters, and I just can enjoy the battle. But you want to see something else?
やっぱその通常バトルの BGM って一
Yeah,
番緊張するんですよ
in the
ね。
usual battle
そういうの
music,
もう
it's
本当なんか
something
その
very
ゲームの顔
difficult
みたい
for
な
me to
なんかメイ
create
ン
to
テーマ以上に
compose.
やっぱこの曲はすごくナイーブになって、
So
なんか
I
もう
was a
今
little bit
本当
naive or a
ユ
little
ーザーの方
sensitive
々
to
が
create this
なん
music.
かそのどう思ってるかってちょっとドキドキしながら
Because people listen to this music so many times, right? So that's something I really want to be care, and I really want to hear the feedback from the users. Yes, the time for the normal battle is quite long in the series of the game. That's right. So I actually created quite carefully about this music.
というわけ
Please
で、
enjoy
そんな
that. Thank
こん
you.
なでバトルも終わりました。
はい、ありがとうございます
So this is the end of the battle demonstration.
まだもう3分ぐらいかな、時間
I
が
do
ある
have
ので、
3 minutes
せ
to
っかく
go.
なので、先ほども紹介したイベントとか
So
を
let's
いくつ
go
か
to the
イベン
event.
ト見てみようかなと思い
As
ま
I
す。
showed a little
イベン
bit.
トいけますか？ちょっと
Can I
頑張
show
る
the
時間が許す限り。そうですね。
As
はい
time allows?
ここまでになります。
本当はこのタイトル画面も見せたいんですけどね。
I want to show the title screen
あー、あん
too.
まし見せてくれない。
Thank you. Very
今回こう
short.
いろいろ主人公いますんで、
And I do have the many characters
ね
here.
で今回
And
は
where do you start?
光を
Well, I choose
ちょっと冒
Ikari.
頭のイベントだけになるかもしれない。
そうですね
Just showing the first event a little bit.
祈ってんのか光。やめとけよ。んなことに意味があるなら。そいつらは砂の中にいんね。今頃剣を握ってる。
祈ってなどいない。ただ考えていた。同じ理想を胸に死んだ者たちがいると。この剣は友のために。
時間だ王子殿。
行こうリツ。
すごい。この辺りも今作ならでは。
Very
あー
grand.
いいですね。
そうですね、やっぱりカメラはそうですね。
Look at the camera movement, and that was also seamless too. And here's the battle. Yes.
いやー見入っちゃいますねやっぱ。
そのまま返す。
俺は成り上がるんだ。天に届くくらい上まで。こんな地べたで死んでたまるかよ。
心強いなリツ。進むぞ富国のために。
いやー、ここら辺でね、いろいろとチュートリアルも入ってきてるっていう。
And here's a tutorial
はい、
to get used to this system.
今
Yes.
回はね、ちょっと早く皆様に見せたいということで飛ばさせていただきます。
So let's keep it speedy to show the event as much as I can.
まだまだだな。このまま進むぞリツ。
おう